Near the beginning of the Parsha, Balak, the king of Moab, sends a message to Bilam, urging him to come and curse the Jewish people. Balak conveys to Bilam the great danger of allowing the Jewish people to continue to flourish and succeed and progress on their way to the land of Israel. And part of what he says is, Hinei chisa es ein haaretz. Literally translated, behold, the Jewish people are covering the eye of the land. The standard pshat in what that means is that the Jewish people are all over. Wherever you turn, the Jewish people are there. Rashi has a pshat that it actually refers to people who are kind of protectors in the region, have been conquered by the Jewish people. But the phrase is certainly an interesting phrase. Hinei chisa es ein haaretz. Behold, the Jewish people cover the eye of the land. The Sfas Emes has a very interesting perspective on that phrase. He says there are different ways to view things in this world. There's a very physical, superficial way of viewing things, and there's a deeper spiritual way of viewing things. The Sfas Emes says that the perspective of looking at things from a very physical, superficial, shallow way, without seeing deeper meaning in things, is the eye of the earth, looking at things in a very earthly type of way. According to the Sfas Emes, Balak's complaint about the Jewish people is they're covering up that perspective. They're bringing a new perspective to the world, a perspective of spirituality and meaning, and that makes Balak and many others uncomfortable. So he complains to Bilam, they're covering the perspective, the earthly perspective on things. And therefore we have to do something about this. We're living in a time that people are clearly looking at us differently because we're Jews. It's obviously a very uncomfortable thing. It's obviously a very concerning thing. In such a time, it's so important to not try to be like everyone else. Obviously, we have to try to get along with everyone else. We have to be good neighbors. It's essential that we be good neighbors. But we also need to be proud of who we are. The Jewish people, throughout the generations, have represented a different, loftier, spiritual perspective on this world because we're God's chosen people. That's been our mission through the generations, and that continues to be our mission. And that's something we should always be proud of. That's not to say that others can't see the world through lofty perspectives as well. Of course they can. But we, throughout the generations, have had this as part of our mission. And with God's help and God's protection, we should continue to fulfill that sacred component of our mission. Have a wonderful Shabbos.